This is a message from Utah Physicians for a Healthy Environment. The state is spending millions of your tax dollars to try and convince us that nuclear power is good for us. But rehabilitating the nuclear power industry is yet another concession to the AI data center industry because their power demands are so enormous and they can't be met any other way. In this campaign, the state is spreading outright propaganda. In this video, I explain why the state claiming that nuclear plants emit less radiation than bananas, a claim that's been out there for 50 years, is scientifically and intellectually dishonest. It's a lie. Here's why. In naturally occurring potassium, 12 out of every 100,000 potassium atoms are radioactive. That's a fixed ratio, doesn't change regardless of where the potassium comes from, and it's called potassium-40 because that's its atomic weight, with 19 protons and 21 neutrons. All fruits and vegetables contain small but variable amounts of potassium, but bananas slightly more than most. The human body also contains potassium, and that same tiny bit will be potassium-40. Potassium is a vital mineral necessary for constant and normal fluid transport in and out of cells. You couldn't live without potassium, and that same tiny fraction will be potassium-40 no matter what you eat or do. When the small amount of radioactive potassium from a banana, or in your body, decays, it does so by releasing a radioactive beta particle. But not all beta particles are the same, and that's a critical difference. A potassium beta particle has more than 70 times the energy of a beta particle from the most common radioactive isotope emitted from a nuclear power plant, and that is tritium. And that means that beta particles from potassium in a banana that you swallow has enough energy to leave the body much sooner, and it does. And that means the damage is not comparable to the damage caused by beta particles from tritium, i.e. from nuclear power plants. I know that's a little counterintuitive, but that's the reality of it. So when Utah state government is using your tax dollars to feed you misinformation that radiation from nuclear plants is safer than eating bananas, it's a lie. Bananas don't cause cancer, and living near bananas doesn't cause cancer. But every phase of the nuclear fuel cycle emits toxic radiation into the environment. Living near a nuclear power plant increases your chance of getting cancer, especially for children. Call the governor, 801-538-1000, and tell him to refund your money and stop lying about nuclear radiation. Governor Cox, just how stupid do you think we are?